circling back to where we started, which is so much of this industry was, kind of jump-started by the industrial military complex. Talk a little bit right now about sort of the future of war. Sadly, the world is engulfed in many of them right now.
Yep.
How do you sort of feel, this looks, whether it's, kind of precision-guided stuff, autonomous vehicles, cyber, you name it. Where do you sort of see this playing out in the warfare?
I think AI and military applications sounds a bit science fiction, but it's already being deployed. I guess the sort of most visual example would be autonomous systems. Now, the reality is autonomous systems aren't that autonomous yet. That'll take another decade to play out. Where we really see AI right now is in intelligence. So intelligence is today essentially a big data problem, which means that if you can use computer vision to look at your satellite photos and identify what's a truck versus what's a tank, huge advantages in terms of speed of ability to analyze and therefore act. And so for whether it's tracking terrorists, where their cell phones are located, whether it's hacking into their networks, all of that is being accelerated by AI. And that's not a futuristic thing. It's been in place since 2017 type of set of capabilities, obviously rolled out in more and more applications. Missile defense is another interesting one. We talk about autonomous weapon systems and think of killer drones. Well, missile defense systems have been autonomous to some degree for decades now. They're getting better and better, as we've seen in a really visceral way the past couple of months, looking at Israel's capabilities. And so I think when we think about the military applications of AI, we should actually think more about command and control, think more about intelligence, and then recognize that differentiated capabilities are largely about intelligence, speed of action, command and control, and killer drones, like you've read about in sci-fi novels, might come eventually, but that's not what we should be focused on right now.
Meaning the hardware is kind of going to be somewhat commoditized, and it's
Probably,
really kind of that intelligence that will be the differentiator.
I think that's probably right, yeah.
It's really interesting.